Hey everybody, welcome here.
Welcome
Tonight to our show tonight.
Welcome to Viewer's Choice 2013, the Real People's Power.
Free your mind.
Yes, indeed. And tonight is Friday night, which means we will start things. Let me rephrase that. Fuck you. We will kick things off with Friday Night Smackdown's review. So tonight started off with Del Rio, Ricardo Rodriguez, and David Otunga coming out of Booker T's office, apparently whining about, of course, Sheamus kicking Rodriguez.
And here's the thing. Rodriguez got in the way.
Exactly. That is a very good point. So they were whining to Booker T about the bro kick that Rodriguez received on Monday night. So they kicked off the show in the ring, whining and bitching about banning the bro kick, basically.
Banning a move that is a finisher, taking it away from Sheamus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're whiny little bitches.
Mm-hmm.
And though Alberto Del Rio wants to find a way to beat him, because he knows otherwise that he can't beat Sheamus.
Exactly. So that led to General Manager Booker T coming out, basically saying that what they talked about in the office was between them and no one else is supposed to know. And the fact that they whined and bitched complained about it to pretty much the WWE Universe, Booker T decides to use the universe to his advantage. So he basically asked, do any of you think that the bro kick needs to be banned? Of course, the universe says, no. So he repeats, he says, and I quote, I didn't hear that. What is it? No.
No.
So he says, the bro kick is still legal. Suckers. So, after that, throughout the night, Otunga is continuously bitching and whining, showing him past bro kicks and apparently some kind of crappy x-ray of Rodriguez's quote-unquote injuries. And Booker T still said no, and then I'll think about it. But
that's when he threatened it with a lawsuit.
Mm-hmm. So
really, y'all are little punk ass bitches.
So first match of the night to kick things off: Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara teaming up once again to take on Intercontinental Champion The Miz and Cody Rhodes.
And the winners were
Rey Mysterio and Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes?
I'm sorry, Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara. Wow, that's my major goof right there. Cool. It was a good match. I gotta say, the match was pretty interesting. Second match of the night: Daniel Bryan versus Zack Ryder.
Daniel Bryan.
Initially, Daniel Bryan did win the match, but afterwards he decided to throw a temper tantrum and put Zack Ryder in the no lock again. And for refusing to break that hold, the referee reversed his decision, and Zack Ryder was announced as the winner.
Got that? Good.
Up next, Randy Orton took on that pompous clown, Damien Sandow. Of course, Randy Orton was whooping his ass.
Yep.
And as it was almost time to get struck with an RKO, he runs off.
Like a little bitch.
So Orton turns his attention to Dolph Ziggler, who happened to be sitting at ringside on the announcer's table. And, of course, a fight ensues between those two, and Orton is whooping Ziggler's ass. And then Damon Sandow decides to come out and try to sneak attack. And then he gets caught with an RKO for a shot.
Yup!
Good job, genius. Then, next match was a triple threat tag team match to determine the new number one contenders for the World Tag Team Championship.
That was a boring match. Even though there's 3 different groups in there, it was still a boring match.
I would have to agree the match was pretty boring. It was the Usos versus Primo and Epico versus the Primetime Fairies.
Primetime Fairies.
And once again, the Primetime Fairies are number one contenders for the World Tag Team titles. So they will face Kofi Kingston and R-Truth and Night of Champions.
Yep. Woo fucking who.
So, brings us to our next match. For weeks now, we've been seeing this crappy little vignette about Wade Barrett. So tonight, he officially made his return to SmackDown, taking on Yoshitatsu.
Yoshitatsu. Here's Wade Barrett and Yoshitatsu. My son can beat Yoshitatsu.
My left ass cheek can beat Yoshitatsu.
He's like there just as like a punching bag,
Yep.
They never gave him the potential or the chance to excel like he could have.
I mean, Yoshitatsu was a cruiserweight, sorry.
And since they got rid of the cruiserweight division
and title, there's really no point for cruiserweights to be on SmackDown or Raw for that matter. So what the fuck's the point of having these cruiserweights around if there's no title for them? Only titles they can go for is the U.S. title, because the world title apparently is out of their range. Well, except for Rey Mysterio, who was a former world champion.
Yep.
So, wouldn't a smart thing to do, since there are so many cruiserweights?
Bring back the fucking belt?
How about you give them a belt to fight over?
Because a lot of the tag teams right now are all cruiserweights.
Yeah.
The majority of them.
All of them. Tyson Kidd and Justin Gabriel, cruiserweights. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth, technically cruiserweights. The Usos, they like to fly around, so boom, cruiserweights.
Sin Cara,
Rey Mysterio, cruiserweights. You see where I'm going with this? Even fucking Hornswoggle's still around. He was a cruiserweight champion.
He's a cruiserweight champion.
Oy.
Come on, y'all. Bring that belt back. You got too many cruiserweights in there, and there's nothing they can do.
It's fucking retarded. On to the main event of the night, which was announced since David Otunga wouldn't stop bitching about Sheamus and his bro kick. He got put in a match with Sheamus and his bro kick. Now, I personally didn't see this match, so I will let Tony handle this one.
Sheamus dominated the majority through the match. Then he did the white noise, was about to do the bro kick, and Booker T came out and said, Sheamus, with everything I've been shown, I just have to, but the bro kick is banned. So, ringside was sitting Mr. Del Rio. He gets up, and he's laughing about it, like, I got my way, yeah, bitch,
Mm-hmm.
And that's when he looked over at Sheamus, and Sheamus slapped the Irish Clover onto Otunga and made him tap the fuck out. Which shocked Alberto Del Rio, because he realizes now that Sheamus has other weapons he can use against you.
And he still has the high cross.
You see? But here's my point about this, sir. What if they took away Alberto's
cross arm breaker,
which is used to break people's arms?
How many times has he broken Rey Mysterio's arm or injured it with that move? Christian, Randy Orton, I guess, and even Sheamus. So, how about you ban that?
Yeah, how about you ban that? How about you see how it feels to lose your signature move?
But yeah, why don't you go one step further? Why don't you ban? Since he's not around anymore, why don't you go ahead and ban the code breaker? Because that rams the opponent's face directly into your knees.
Oh, how about the choke slam?
Oh yeah,
impact on the back of the neck and head
and spine. Oh my god, why don't you ban that too? Why don't you ban the fucking GTS?
RKO.
Fucking. What the fuck? The pedigree. Why don't you ban that? Go ahead.
The clothesline.
Yeah, why don't you ban the clothesline? You can break somebody's neck with that. Go ahead. Ban that one too.
Come on, y'all. This is ridiculous. It comes around about every 2 years where they pick a superstar, they pick this all the drama up, and they try to ban their move. Like they did to Edge.
Like they did to The Undertaker.
You see a common trend here?
But to that extent, you gotta blame who was in charge that time. Vicky Guerrero did it to The Undertaker because of who? Edge.
Yeah.
Vicky Guerrero did it to Edge because of who? Dolph Ziggler. And now Sheamus has it done to him because whiny little bitches like David Otunga, Del Rio, and retarded ass Ricardo Rodriguez.
And Vicky.
And Vicky.
And Vicky.
How the hell was she involved in that?
Because she came up to Teddy Rollins. I hope you get sued for everything because remember that was part of the lawsuit. He's I'm going to sue you and the entire WWE, including Teddy Rollins and everything.
Okay, well, sure. Throw Vicky up in there, too. So you see where I'm getting at. Whiny bitches whine about stupid shit.
And it's always the bad people. And if it's a bad person in charge, oh, he's great. He's awesome. You know, because they're getting everything they want.
So, all in all, what do you give tonight's episode of Friday Night Smackdown?
2.
You're too generous. I gave it a 1.5. I'm sadly, slowly losing interest in Friday Night Smackdown.
It's getting boring.
There's been nothing good to happen since Booker T got into it. As a matter of fact, I can't even say that. Even before Booker T took charge, the excitement just... Ugh.
Raw is on a whole different level.
Hell yeah. And that's not even including the fact that it's now able to span to 3 hours.
Even if it was 2 hours, it was awesome.
Yeah. Because you had everybody on there. You had The Undertaker for a while. You had The Rock. You had Triple H. You got fucking John Cena. You got CM Punk. You got Sheamus, Randy Orton, and
everybody's on that show.
Everyone goes to Raw, but then you don't really see all those people come to SmackDown, do you?
Come on.
And yet there's supposed to be super shows now. Each brand participates on the other. Wow. You know, if that's the case, then why is one doing so much better than the other?
It has to do the way it's structured.
You know, this brings me back to a time where Raw and SmackDown were going head to head to see who was better. If that were to happen now, yeah, Raw would be
stopping a mud hole. It'd be a mud hole happening. So that's Friday Night Smackdown's review.
Yep.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.